Good morning and welcome to Trail Grazers Bugging Out. And we are going to be heading up to the cabin in just a couple of days. And I wanted to just visit with you a little bit about the food. Right now up there, thankfully, David figured out the solar, but it is not the full solar because all of the panels are not yet installed. And so we do have some electricity up there, but we have to be very, very judicious in how we use it, because right now the most important thing that electricity does from the solar panels is to heat our space heater on freezing cold nights, which we're still having up there while we sleep. We've sort of been avoiding overnights up there, but we're going to get back to it now that we have some electricity. So the food prep for up there, I still do part of it at home. It's very similar in many ways to what we used to focus on with Great Food for the Trail previously on this channel, because we are doing things in a more specialized way than we would if we had this kitchen available up there. Well, we don't. And so I'm going to be featuring a meal once in a while to just let you know how we are doing it. So we're going to be up there for a couple of days this time. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get the kitchen mostly cleaned, but I want no fuss meals. And so the prep that I'm doing ahead of time, we're going to just have some pretty basic things. I'm taking loaves of bread and going to make some potato soup up there, and we're taking sandwiches, that kind of thing. But on Saturday for our noon meal, that's when we usually have Dave and Sarah with us, because David comes up on Saturdays. That's all the time that he can spare with us with his heavy work schedule. So I want to have a really nice lunch, and we're going to be having chicken wings, and we're going to be doing it in the Crockpot. The Crockpot is the one appliance that is easy to use up there because it draws so little power. And most likely we'll be powering it with the Bluetti so as not to draw on the solar panels that are up there, so we will have enough for nighttime use. So I'm going to make the sauce right now. The wings, we bought a great big bag, 10-pound bag of wings. And I'm going to be getting into that bag and taking the wings up frozen. And then they will thaw by the time we're ready to get them in the crock pot on Saturday morning for Saturday lunch. So here is the sauce. And frankly, I have not tried this recipe because I just put it together. We practiced once earlier this week with a sauce recipe and we didn't like it. And so I've bumped up the heat just a little bit and used some different ingredients. And so we're going to try this sauce. And of course, we'll all be together up there with you along so that we can let you know exactly how the sauce is. So first of all, I am using Mayploy, M-A-E-P-L-O-Y, sweet chili sauce. And this came highly, highly recommended from a couple of people that I trust online. So we'll see. And this is a 10-ounce bottle, but I've used a little bit of it, so this is at least a cup. I'm putting the whole cup in here. We're going to do about 4 pounds of wings. Okay, so there's a cup of that chili sauce. And then I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of Sriracha, just for some extra heat. So that was precisely 2 tablespoons. I will be using a 1/4 of a cup of lemon juice. This lemon juice, I freeze extra lemon juice when I'm doing zest and squeezing lemon juice and don't quite use all of the juice to a fresh lemon. I freeze it in 1 tablespoon ice cube trays. So this is a 1/4 of a cup of that thawed lemon juice. So I'm going to use a couple of teaspoons of garlic powder. I'm going to cut that to 1. I like a little garlic. I don't like overwhelming garlic. And then I'm going to use a couple of teaspoons of chili powder. We want these wings hotter than the ones were that we made earlier this week. A couple of tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. A little bit of ghee. Maybe just a dab, a tablespoon. And then I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of honey. That may ploy is already sweet, so I don't want to do it too sweet. If you use just a regular chili sauce, you may want to increase the honey if you want a little bit of a sweet taste. And this honey is very strong. And a teaspoon of salt. Now, I did it in this plastic bag inside a bowl. The bowl is clean, yay. And so I can now get a lot of the air out of this, squish it around to mix it, or I can just leave it and mix it around. Traveling up in the car is going to mix it up just fine. And the butter, that's the ghee that you're seeing right there, it will melt once we get it in the crock pot and it starts heating up. Now, these videos that will have a food for a title are not just going to be only food. We're also going to be sharing with you just a little bit of what else we will be doing on that same trip up there with the cleaning and organizing and our projects that are ongoing up there. So we'll see you up at the cabin when we're ready to get this started in the crock pot, and we'll show you how we're going to hook it up. Well, it is very late afternoon and we just arrived. Middle of the week. We're going to stay 3 days. Dave happens to be here. Hi, Dave. And we pulled a little trailer with kind of a new little toy we brought with us. We used to have a 2-seater. We traded it in for a 4-seater because there are going to be 4 of us up here a lot. So we're just unloading. And we have some totes with bedding, some other supplies that we brought up. There's some solar panels that we've got for our Blue Eddies. We still don't have full solar up here, but it's a lot better than it was. I think Jim is going to get the Max down. It's an R-Max, a Yamaha R-Max. I think we're just going to call it the Max. He'll get that down. We'll go for a little ride. But look at the green. Isn't it just glorious? And the little pond, this of course is a man-made pond. We need to do some cleaning around here. But we do have a sprinkler or something going down there.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, it's a leak?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
well,
we need to have David take a look at it.
Yeah, we'll let him know when.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's a timer or not. It's just massive.
That's the first time I've noticed it. So there's some kind of a timer going on.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So you're going to move the truck and get Max down?
Yeah, I'm going to move the truck up here, get it down.
Okay. And then for me, it's kitchen day, so I'll be starting on that. Well, good morning. We are here on our last day and lunch is scheduled for 1 o'clock. We just did a little clip. We're using my iPhone, which we're not used to using for our main videos, and we forgot to turn the sound on. So you missed the whole thing. Our fault. So I'm going to go back over what we just did. I just got the chicken wings out of the refrigerator and the sauce packet that I made at the house, and I put everything right here in the crock pot. So here it is, and it just has barely started. We just discovered about the sound. So hopefully this will be enough. David is coming up, probably Sarah. And there may be some other folks coming too. So this won't be enough for a crowd. It'll be enough like for appetizers, and I have 2 big salads that we can add to sort of stretch the meal if we need to. Plus we have some veggie strips. So we will see how this goes. Now this is on low. It will stay on low for 3 hours. And then for the last hour, we will turn it up to high. And then after they are done, then we will pull them out of the sauce and put them in the air fryer. I brought up our air fryer from the trailer, and so we will crisp them up in the air fryer, and then they'll be ready to go. So we will bring you back. This was the easiest thing. It took like 3 minutes to get this started, and I'm so sorry because I had such a clever way of putting the sauce in. It was in a gallon baggie, and I just pushed it up and put the corner down in and snipped the corner, and it all came out perfectly, and I had no mess whatsoever. So we'll do that demonstration another time. So we will be back when we're ready to get them in the air fryer. All right, so Sarah is here. David is out with the chainsaw, and we're just about to have lunch. So Sarah is going to put the chicken, the cooked chicken that's been going now for 4 hours, into the air fryer basket, just as we'll probably have to do this in 2 layers. And then we're going to put it in the air fryer and crisp it up. While she does that, I'm going to finish the salad. So here we go.
Looks like you have a lot there.
Yeah. We probably have to do 2 batches of it, you know?
Easily.
Yeah.
Okay, bring it on over.
Bring it on over. Is this full enough?
Let's take a look.
Some more?
Get a couple more, just to be sure.
Okay.
You've got enough for our second one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we're going to turn it on, and we're going to air fry 390, and we're going to go.
Dun, 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 dun.
So this is probably going to take just 5 or 6 minutes. So we'll be back when they're all crispy.